Still wet, still loving it. Yeah! Good morning. And you currently find Jimmy and I riding around a very wet Isle of Wight. Now, if you're not aware, the Isle of Wight is a tiny little island off the south coast of England. Jimmy and I are down here with our families for the week, and somehow our better halves have allowed us out for a bike ride. So we're currently on a 70-mile round trip of the island. And did I mention it was wet? So apparently this is the first of 8 climbs we've got today, although we've already had about 5 or 6. Get into this. And the slight issue that I've got at the moment, because I've got an 11-32 cassette on the back, but it's only 7-speed, the jump between first and second gear is quite extreme. So first gear is just a bit too easy, and second gear is just a bit too hard for the legs. I can't win. There he goes. There goes the mountain goat. Come on. Oh man, I'm sweating like a pig after that hill. And that's partly due to the fact that I'm effectively wearing a plastic bag. These rain jackets solve one problem, but create another. We're in Cowes. I'm hoping we don't have to take the 12-mile detour. Floating bridge service suspended. That's no good, is it? Well, I'm not sure if you can hear me at the moment over the sound of the cleaning truck, but we've just arrived in Cowes, and I thought we were going to be getting the chain link ferry or chain ferry over the River Medina, but it seems that the chain link ferry stopped working about 3 weeks ago, and then they brought a floating bridge in for pedestrians. That seems to have gone haywire. So now there is what is being called a replacement launch service. So let's see what this is. Oh. Oh. Morning, how you doing? Here we go. Cheers, buddy. Well, we managed to get on a boat. Have you ever been on a bike boat ride?
It's always a first time.
I have. When I went to Newcastle a few years ago, took the bike up and ended up on the, I guess, the Tyne ferry from over to Jarrow. I can't remember where it goes from on the north side, but it goes from the north side over to Jarrow and then rode back round. That was good fun too. But this is, I'm breaking Jimmy's bike boat virginity.
I'm not seasick yet. It has been known. Do I look green? Brilliant. Brilliant. Right, I'm bringing the dog next time.
Now the question is, do I pause the Garmin for this bit? Or do I claim the half a mile across the river? Leave it on. Cheers, guys. Just starting. We're doing the whole island. Cheers. Take care. Well, there we go. We've got a ferry ride as well.
Water, tarmac, what else? Gravel, mud.
Hills. How you feeling?
Love it. Who doesn't want to get up at 6 AM on your summer holiday, get the gravel bikes out on a wet, windy day and go for a burn round the island?
What are we doing? I just want to apologise for the slightly wet, out of focus footage this morning, but with all this rain, there's not really much I can do. I keep wiping the lens, but every 3 seconds it gets soaking wet again. And they say the GoPro's got a hydrophobic lens. It clearly can't cope with the Isle of Wight weather. Oh, get up there. Woo! Oh boy.
She's lumpy, isn't she? She's a lumpy old girl.
We're not even got to the second hill yet. This one's half the length, same gradient.
Same approach. Attack!
I don't know if you'll be able to see it on this camera, but the rain is absolutely whipping across the road. We are drenched. Still not the second climb. So the eagle-eyed amongst you may have already noticed that Jimmy and I have brought our gravel bikes. And this is for two reasons. One, because we brought all the family's bikes with us and we're hoping that when the weather gets a bit nicer, we might all get out for a ride. And two, it means we can get out onto some of the awesome gravel and off-road tracks here in the Isle of Wight, right up on the coast. And although most of this ride has been road so far, I'm hoping the southern part should be fairly coastal and off-road. And to be honest, I know I keep talking about the rain, but it's part of the reason that Jimmy and I have been allowed to come out on this ride, because we said to our good lady wives, look, we'll go out on a day where it's pouring with rain, where the kids can't do anything else anyway, we can't go out as a family anywhere, and the kids can just play in the pool at the holiday camp. So we can't complain about the rain really, because it's the only reason we've been allowed to come out. And who doesn't love a bit of rain, eh Jimmy?
We asked for this!
Well, that's yet another climb that Garmin didn't tell us about, coming out of Fishbourne. Oh, and look, here comes another one. The Isle of Wight is definitely what you would call lumpy. Right, well, we're finally off the fast-moving main roads on what appears to be a little back road leading down to a coastal path. So this should be quite nice. Hopefully, finally, we're going to see a bit of the coastline and find a bit of off-roadness to justify having brought the gravel bikes. I can see the sea. I thought he was going to take off across the water there.
Yeah, it's just settling in.
Bit disappointed. Always good to see hovercraft though.
There it is, right.
I'm sure it looks beautiful in the sun. Well, we've made it to the sea. Or the Solent, really. I don't know, is it a sea, the Solent? Is it a river? Or is it just a body of water? Who knows? But we've made it to the Solent. And on a clear day, you'd probably be able to see the mainland of England across there, but it's somewhat murky today. See if we can get down here. Oh, 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 no. Steady, he's done it.
That's it. That's it.
Oh, 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 oh. Wet feet. Nothing like a bit of salt water on your bike. Okay, well now we're out on the coast. Wind has become a bit of a problem. Oh man, the headwind is killer. Oh. Cafe with a log burner. That'd be nice right about now. Shame we're on a time limit and we need to get back. Wind! 4 climbs, 4 to go. Oh, here we go. Climb starting in 0.1 of a mile. And it goes on for 1.2 miles. It's a long drag. It's a long, steep drag. Here we go. Right, the climb has started. I'm in the wrong gear already. All the way up, Jimbo. This is the easy bit, I'm afraid to say. It starts to ramp up in a minute. I don't know if you want to see this, but we're on the green bit at the moment, and it's turning very much red. A red climb is never a good sight on the Garmin. Oh boy, that was a killer. Woo! A lot of that was at 13% and it topped out at about 15. That was a killer. That was about 1.5 miles long. I mean, that's nothing compared to the Col de Tourmalet that the Tour de France guys have just been up, but that's enough for the mere amateurs. And we've climbed so high, we're in the clouds. That'll do it. Oh man.
She came up there, smooth as butter.
Oh, well, Jimmy was having a few problems with skipping gears earlier, and so we had to stop in Sandown. Got the chain off, had to tweak the high-low limit screws on the rear derailleur, and I was a bit concerned that we weren't going to get it sorted, which is why I didn't capture any of it on video. I was a bit more concerned about getting the gears fixed than the content, but Jimmy tells me that he's just come up that 15%er and it was all right.
Absolutely smooth, from skippage every step to knife through butter smooth. If you're going to test it on anything,
that was a killer, wasn't it?
That went on. Oh, we love them. We love those.
Jimmy loves them, me not so much. So if anyone knows how Garmin works out their average gradient up climbs, because that was supposed to be a 5% average gradient, and it was well above 10% for most of the climb, and it got up to 15%. So if anyone knows how Garmin works out their average gradients, leave a comment below, or leave the email for Garmin CEO, because I want a little word with him.
Tell them Cowley's Hill, that's what they can work on. Cowley's Hill, Isle of Wight.
Right, well, even though it says we're at the top of the climb, we have got a bit more of an incline coming up, so let's see how long this goes on for. I'm hoping there's a little bit of downhill soon. On the elevation, it does show that we should be going down at some point, so I'm very much looking forward to that. Right, let's have it. Finally, some downhill. Straight into an uphill. Oh, you can't win. She is a lumpy mistress, the Isle of Wight. Wind! Viewpoint, it says.
Yeah, right.
There's a view out there somewhere, apparently. Yep. Yep. Oh, right. Let's talk about that, shall we?
What hill was that?
Mitchell's Avenue.
Mitchell, if I see you round here, you're getting it.
So that was Mitchell's Avenue. I had cramp in my left thigh, cramp in my right hamstring. I couldn't stand up, I couldn't sit down. Oh my God.
But how good does that feel?
Well, it's good now we're here.
To be here. It does, doesn't it? Hey, inside you are absolutely loving it.
What is he like? There's no stopping him. Oh boy, right. Well, what have we got now? So we've got 2 more climbs to go. That was an average of 3%.
Really?
Apparently, we've got...
I think Mitchell's a liar.
We've got an average of 4%, and then our final climb, which is an average of 7%.
Say that to me.
Let's see how that goes. Right. Oh, we've got a bit of a downhill now.
Come on, let's enjoy
Oh
that.
man. How's this weather for you? Hang on, I'll try again. How's the weather for you?
Who said that? Who said that?
This is a punisher now. This is just a long, slow incline. It's been going on for about 1.5 miles now. Cramping left, right and centre. I'm in first gear. I've got nowhere left to go. When will it end?
Just so we have to see it. I can see it.
We literally can't see 100 metres ahead of us now. Ah! The wind and the rain is howling. Oh boy. Oh, I think that's the top. That was about 6-7% for at least 4 miles. And now we're heading downhill. And it should be a fairly decent descent now, I hope. Well, we're being sprayed again, but it's not rain this time because we are right up on the coast and the wind is whipping the seawater over. And you can taste it. Nice and salty. That should help with the cramp. At least the clouds have disappeared now. And we can see where we're going at least. Right, well, we've just come up. I can't even speak. Right, well, we've just come up and over what was an absolutely grueling hill. Came down a lovely descent and just discovered we've got to get up there. So we've had to have a stop. My legs are cramping up like anything. We need a shop, we need some salt and vinegar crisps, bit of chocolate and a Lucozade. I didn't prepare for this anywhere near enough.
Look at it, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful beast, but hard on the legs.
It's just relentless. It's just hill after hill after hill after hill. And there's only 8 registered climbs.
Rubbish.
Yeah, only 8 registered climbs. We've done at least 20, 25 today, if not more. So I can absolutely see why they chose the Isle of Wight for a couple of stages on the Tour of Britain last year. Absolutely punishing. Well, I couldn't film it on the way in because I was literally about to fall over. But we are in Freshwater Bay and we just passed a little restaurant. We were looking for a newsagents or something like that, a little shop that we could buy a drink and a packet of crisps, but we passed a little cafe. So we decided to come in for a bacon sarnie and a cup of tea because we are both absolutely spent. This is, I wouldn't say it's beaten us today, but it's close. Yeah, pushed us to the limit. I especially was massively underprepared for this, just in terms of food. I don't know why I thought this was going to be easy and just going to be like a normal Sunday ride, because it isn't. So yeah, so here's my bacon sarnie. Right, so we are back on the road, and after 2 cans of full fat Coke, a cup of tea, a bacon sarnie, a packet of crisps and a chocolate brownie, we are both feeling much more human. Unfortunately, I think we just completely underestimated just how difficult this ride was going to be. The elevation, the mileage I don't think is too different to what we've done before, but definitely the elevation caught us out. At the end of this ride, it will be about 1,300 meters of elevation we'll have climbed, which unfortunately is no small hill. So we've got about 10 miles until we get back now, but within that time there's still about 500 feet of climbing. So it's not exactly flat, but nothing compared to what we've already done today. But hopefully only another 40 minutes or so and we'll be back for another well-earned cup of tea. Now the weather's cleared, there's some absolutely beautiful views. Shame we couldn't see any of them this morning. Go and pull the toes right back if you need to. Ah. Oh, hang on, is that it? Oh yeah. Oh my god.
That was a proper cramp.
Oh my god. Ah.
Hey, tell you what, people say cramp and they think, oh, it's nothing.
That is the worst cramp I have ever had.
And you think it's going to go within 10 seconds.
Yeah.
If it hits like that, that was 2 minutes.
Cheers, mate. I don't know how I'm getting up this hill now though. That has to be the worst cramp I have ever experienced. You're right.
I'm cramped.
Do you need me to stretch your leg out?
I'm not fully cramped, I'm just aching in here.
Right, well, the cramp has now gone, but we do have another hill to climb. So I've no idea if I'm even going to make it up this hill. Let's go. We've got 3 miles left to go. Oh. You all right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have officially finished the loop. However, we now have the 2 miles back to the holiday park where we're staying. Let me tell you, this is going to be the longest 2 miles I've ever ridden. Cramp, hunger, thirst, too much elevation. What a ride.
Isle of Wight tried to batter us. We've done the loop. We're looping back home. That was hard. We underestimated it, but we did it.
Here we are, back on the gravel. And so we finally arrived back on the gravel that we started on this morning. I have to say that there wasn't as much gravel on this entire route as I was hoping. I think I may have hit road at the last point on my commute route that I planned, and it completely changed the dynamic of the ride. I think it might have changed a lot of the gravel routes that I picked to tarmac ones, but never mind, it was a great route anyway, even though it nearly killed us, but it didn't beat us. We made it, and what a ride. But as I said earlier, it wasn't really the distance that did us, because we've only done 62 miles, which we've done plenty of times before, but the elevation absolutely killed us. But all part of the adventure, and that's what cycling's all about. After that ride, I'm not sure this gravel part was the best idea. Oh man, at least my backside isn't being buffeted too much because of my new budget suspension seat post. More on that in another video. And we're back. 62 miles, 4,200 feet of elevation, and both of us spent. I think I'm going to end the video there because we both need to lie down. Well, thanks for watching, guys, and if I survive, I'll make another video. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, see you later.